Hey guys, Ghost here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the best performance settings for Multiversus in its current closed alpha state. If you enjoy videos like this and you want to see more, you're free to like, subscribe and turn on notifications. It would help me out a ton. If you have any further questions about this, you can always ask them down in the comments. I'll be responding to them ASAP. And yeah, let's get right into the video. So I'm going to be going over the different tabs of controls and interface, audio, language, graphics and online legal. What's in them, what are the best settings for them, what are the settings that I'm personally using and recommending to you guys. And I'll be actually showing you with the FPS counter up here and in the lab. So let's just quickly hop into the lab. So first off, what I want you to take note of in the top right, you're seeing a lot of things. You want to look at the FPS counter and right next to it the milliseconds. Those are kind of what we're going to be looking at. What we want personally is to look at the input delay counter, which is the 16.9 milliseconds or the 17 you're seeing on the top right. We want to get this as low as possible. I already have the optimal settings, and the FPS you want it to be at a stable 60. As of now, there is no way to get your FPS above 60 on the game. I'm sure there will be a fix. So I'm sorry for all of you 240Hz players out there. I mean, I'm one of them myself. You're not going to be playing above 60 for now. But yeah, take note of that. So let's get into the settings. So we have 5 tabs: controls, interface, audio, language, graphics, legal. I've just went over them. So let's check out controls. So in keyboard mouse, I'm going to be showing you my settings. So what we have is 2 slots for keybinds and then the input. This is your light attack or normal attack. I have it on J. I use 2 hands on my keyboard. I use my middle finger for J. I feel like it's the most comfortable. I like to keep use of all 10 of my fingers. Going on to special, I have that on K. K is like right next to J, I guess. Kind of makes sense to have them next to each other. Dodge, I have that on left shift. The default isn't on left shift, but I use left shift because I'm not using my pinky any other way, and otherwise I'd be using L. Jump on space, default. These I want you to take note of. Neutral attack, I have that above my light attack on U. So when I'm moving, I want to whip out a neutral attack while moving. I don't want to have to stop holding my movement keys. I can just quickly press U. Neutral special, same. It's above my K key, the I. It's what it's bound to. Neutral fade, I have that on left control. I like to keep that on left control since that's right below my normal dodge. So if I want a neutral dodge while moving, it completely stops momentum as well. I'll just quickly press left control. Obviously you're not going to be dodging and pressing your neutral effect at the same time. If there does come out new tech, I would recommend it to put it on either right shift or right control, since you won't be using your right pinky much. Up, right, down and left WASD, straightforward logic. Taunts, I keep them on default, I don't taunt too much. And pick up item, I like to keep that on H next to my attack. Swap grounded side and neutral attack and swap air side neutral attack, keep those both unchecked. I do not see a reason why you'd be using your neutral when you're holding to the side and where you should be using your side attack when you're not pressing any buttons. It just doesn't make sense. The horizontal and the vertical dead zone, I keep them at 30%. That's the default. If you want to mess around with them, you can in the lab. I personally recommend to keep them default. Input buffer max frames, I have it recommended. You can put it on 30. I personally keep them on recommended. It's what I feel like the game decides is best for you. Input buffer hold, I'll have that turned off. When I turn it on, you see it's shooting already to 90s. We don't want that. Double crouch, platform drop. For more control on platforms, you gotta actually uncheck that, because getting used to pressing down twice is not quite a good thing. You'll be pressing one button twice, which is slower than pressing two buttons once with two different fingers. You want to uncheck that, get used to using S and then spacebar. So holding a spacebar is faster than double tapping S. Tap jump, I do not see a reason why you'd be using your W as a jump. Honestly, when you're on the ground and you want to do an up attack and you're going to be using tap jump, you're going to be jumping while doing that up attack. All your strengths are going to be ruined. I do not see a reason to use it, don't use it. Attack picks up items, you don't want to be stuck trying to attack someone and pick up an item. Just have your pickup page, in my case, and uncheck that. Constrain mouse cursor to viewport. This is basically so, like, you see how you see the line, it kind of stops at the side of my screen. When you check this off, you can go over to when you have another monitor, so you do not want that. Then you want to be using your fast fall method as hold. When you're using it on tap, you gotta press a button twice, and hold also allows you to be preciser, since you don't have to press a button, wait for the respawn time. You're just holding it. The moment you remove it, it's removed. It stops fast fall. And then right stick attacks. I honestly do not know why they put right stick in the keyboard mouse section, but keep that on attacks, I guess. Interface, I have that on custom. I'll show you right now. The recommended ones are like this. You see how, like, you don't see much on top screen when you're trying to combo up. You're having all these things around the legends making your screen full. What I prefer is using it in the bottom. That's kind of inside the stage. Damage position, I want that to have on the player. Cooldown position, I want that on the scoreboard. Player names, I want that on the scoreboard. I don't care what the names of the player I'm fighting. I just care about the damage, and I care about having, like, the cooldowns, I guess. But I keep these at the bottom just to make my screen, like, less, I guess, covered with stuff. The colors, I keep them at default. I've never changed anything on the colors. I don't see why you would, if you feel like shit ton of colors to pick, so go ahead, but I like to keep them at default. Show my outline, show my ally outline, enemy outline. This is the easiest when a skin blends well with the background. I like to see the outline to see where I'm kind of at, where my enemies are at. Characters use theme colors. This is kind of to prevent skins from blending in with the background, I guess. So I have that checked as well, just to make it even easier. Directional influence visualizer, I do have that off. Just display the effect of directional influence. These effects, they're kind of like jam up in your screen. They're gonna make your screen full. You don't want that. Show frame rate, I have that off. I am currently using the 60 FPS in the top left, and I'm using this to showcase you the performance. I do not see why you'd be using it if you already have that, but if you don't have any of those, then sure, check it. Audio language, I have master volume, sound volume both at 10. I like to keep it like controlled on my headset, and then music and dialogue on 0. As funny as the dialogue might be, having someone shout in your ear when you're trying to hear the game sounds, it's not gonna enhance your performance. So keep that kind of like around 0 if you want to get the most competitive advantage. Audio output, speakers or headphones, choose either. What are you using? Audio profile, I haven't experimented with audio profiles yet. I recommend you to keep it on default until there's been like someone that looked deeply into the sounds and said like, hey, this one is a clear advantage. Mute on focus loss, to when you're tabbing out you don't want to be hearing the game in the background, so you can check that. Unless you want to hear the game in the background, which I don't. Stream mode, I have that on. I don't want copyrighted music when I'm streaming, when I'm recording for you guys. Language, English, don't see why you would have anything else. Subtitles, please have that off. If you use subtitles on, you're a menace, bro. Like, have it off, please. Mature language, would you like to be called a an S word within like chat and see it, or you just see some stars. I prefer seeing some stars, so I'm gonna keep that unchecked. Graphics, full screen. Don't use anything else. Just full screen. Full screen is the best for all of these stats, to be honest. So keep that. Resolution, keep it 1920 1080 unless you know you have a shit PC, you can tune it down, but please keep it 920 1080. Resolution scale, keep it on quality. Best speed, honestly your game's gonna look so shit you wish you'd never install it. So keep that on best quality. Monitor, Della 147. That's mine. It's my primary monitor. Here's my second. If you have one monitor, it's easy choice. If you have multiple, just select your primary monitor. Like that. And your screen will go black, and we're back. So, vertical sync, after off, turning it off may improve performance on older machines. It actually improves performance on machines like this. Well, your PC will go faster because you've checked this. Same with one frame chart lag, same with character occlusion. Quality, I have that on custom. If I put it very high, I'll show you. And then I'll turn these guys on as well to make it like kind of extra. It's not gonna help you out much. Everything's just gonna be way worse. And when you like get that, and you go make it custom, and texture quality I have that on medium, and GFX on low. This has to do with my personal preference, but usually the lower the less input delay. Then online legal, the last thing. Auto party with team after off. I don't want to party with every random I'm going with. Share friend invite notifications, you can turn that off if you don't want to be spam invited. I don't get spam invited, so I have it on. Party invites from friends only. I don't like to be invited by every kid I play with, so I have that on. Preferred search for a region, just check your region. Cross-platform matchmaking in closed alpha, early beta. Play with it. Once you get like more to a point where you're like having a lot of players online, disable it. I do not want to be like matched up with a TAS spammer who is a tornado. Like he just wants to be a tornado 24/7 when there's 1,000 people that play seriously on PC. You know what I'm saying? But for faster matchmaking in definitely the early stages of the game, keep that enabled. That around like wraps up the settings. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing my video and watching it all the way to the end. If you watched it to the end, make sure to comment the word pizza down below in the comments. I'll give you, a little heart. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys have a great day, and see you later.